Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Life First Business podcast. Today, I want to talk to you all about creating your unique framework in your coaching business. How having your own framework sets you apart from other coaches, helps you to build credibility, helps you to build consistency around your business and around how you're creating results for your clients. So, I'm going to cover why you need a framework, how to create your own, things to consider, then how to use that framework that you've created in your marketing and in your sales process. And I'm also going to touch on why you shouldn't hold off on starting to develop your framework and creating your methodology and your framework early on in your business. As with everything in our businesses, it will evolve, it will develop. The more you work with clients, the more that you will develop your framework. But it's a really good thing to create at the beginning and not wait, so that you can get faster traction, so you can get your business off the ground, so you can start serving your clients, creating results for them, and growing your business quicker. So, quickly, I'm going to touch on why creating a framework is so important. So, as I said, your own framework or methodology or approach, a process that you've put a name to that you work through with your clients in your signature offer, helps to position you as an authority, and it helps to give clients confidence in your process. Because through your coaching, you are promising a result for your client. You are promising some kind of transformation that they're going to go from an undesirable state to a desirable state. And when you have a framework or a methodology that you take your clients through on that journey, it helps them to see how working with you and how having coaching from you is going to help them to get to that result. And that belief is so important to help them take a step and opt in to work with you. That's such an important part. If your clients have doubts around how coaching is going to help them and how working with you as a coach is going to help them, it's going to hold them back from taking action. And putting a name to your framework, having a way of talking through your method and your approach, and positioning it in a way that it shows your clients how you're going to help them get this transformation, how you're going to facilitate that transformation for them, is going to play such a huge role in you acquiring clients and then being able to help them. So it works in both ends of your business, if you like, in the front end of actually marketing to your ideal clients and selling to your ideal clients and signing your clients, and then also delivering that transformation for them. So it's doing so much for you in your business, just creating this framework. And it will help to set you apart from other coaches and differentiate you. And I talk about this all the time, how it's really important to differentiate yourself and stand out nowadays in the coaching market. And having your own methodology or process or framework is another amazing way of doing that. It also helps you to have consistency in your business because you can streamline your approach. And as you develop that approach and improve that approach, it gives you boundaries around what you're doing in your business. So you can keep improving within those boundaries, and you're not just scattergun trying lots of different things and doing something different with every single client. You've got this framework that allows you to create consistency and also allows you to keep iterating and improving that particular process, helping you also create a business that is more scalable, because you can start to see where parts of this process can be delivered in more asynchronous ways or in more passive ways, and see where you need to maintain your really high touch elements of your coaching and where you could create more scalability within your process. However you see your business evolving, having this kind of a framework or a process is going to help you to scale where you want to and have that flexibility to create more leverage where you want to. So let's dive into how to create your own framework. I've mentioned this in recent episodes about how you want to really clearly pinpoint the transformation that you're creating for your clients and get really clear on what that specific transformation is and make it something that's tangible and specific. And once you have that, then you can look at the different steps that you would work with your clients to facilitate that transformation and to take them from A to B. And when you're doing this, obviously you want to be reflecting on your own experiences, reflecting on your own expertise, the values that you bring to your coaching business and making sure that your approach is aligned to all those things and draws on your experiences, draws on your expertise. And you want to start picking out what are the recurring patterns or techniques or steps that you've used either to facilitate this transformation for yourself or to facilitate it to existing clients or past clients that you've already worked with. And where do you see that very clear journey to get from A to B, or what are the steps that you can see will help to take someone through that process? And then you can start to identify the key pillars or stages that your client must go through to achieve that transformation. You don't want to make this, a 20-step process. Ideally, it's going to be a smaller number of steps, 5, 6, 7 steps to take your client from A to B. And then you can start developing what's unique about it. Where can you bring in different techniques that you love to use in your coaching? Where can you create resources that are going to help with each step, and start to put some structure around that process, around that framework, and then think of giving it a name, branding it, and doing that in a way that it's going to help make it memorable, help link it to your approach or your method. And you can use acronyms and metaphors and things to help it resonate with your ideal clients, to help it stand out in their minds, and to help them be able to remember you for what you do. So I'll give you some examples of this in my business. So my whole approach through my coaching is taking a life first approach to business. And that's why this podcast is the Life First Business podcast, and my offers are the Life First Business Plan, the Life First Business Launch, and all of them use that approach in their name. But within my program, my signature program, which is your Life First Business Launch, I have a framework in there called the ACEs framework, and it breaks down steps that my clients go through in that offer. There's 4 steps. It's an 8-week program, so each step is covered over 2 weeks. And the acronym of ACEs is Attract, Connect, Enlighten, and Sell. And this is the journey that I take my students through to create the key assets of their coaching business, and also take their potential ideal clients through the right journey to get them ready for their offer. So they're building out the key assets, which are their niche, their messaging, their offer, and their selling strategy. They're also going through the process of attracting dream clients, connecting with their dream clients, enlightening their dream clients as to why they're the solution to their problems, and then selling to them. So ACEs that's easy to remember. I can start to use that in some of my marketing when I'm talking about, acing your coaching business. But it also allows my potential students to see how that process takes them from A to B, from, having difficulty signing clients or not signing clients yet, to signing their first 5 clients, making their first 5 figures in income. And that's the transformation that I am facilitating for them, along with, creating really important key assets in their business and building the foundations of their life first coaching business. So you can see how the name of it is short, sharp, succinct. It's easy to remember. It's an acronym, so you can remember what the steps are within that acronym. I've created a nice diagram around it when I educate people on my offer now. So it sort of shows how each of those 4 steps is then broken down into 3 key stages or 3 key actions within each step. And it gives me a really clear way of talking through my process to my ideal clients and making them see how they're going to go from A to B, so they can believe in the program, they can believe in themselves, and they can have clear expectations on what they're going to be doing, all those things. So it's helped me so much to create this unique framework for myself. And obviously, I am not the first person helping coaches to choose their niche, create their offer, look at their personal branding, sell their offer. There's lots of different programs out there doing this. But by me talking to my approach and why it's why it's been created for a certain kind of coach who wants a life first business, who most likely have other life commitments, which mean they can't hustle their way to success. They want a clear, methodical approach. And they want the steps all laid out for them so that they can do it with more ease, that they can do it in a schedule which is realistic, all those things. So it allows me to talk about why they can go to other coaches for a similar result, but this framework is why my program is different and why it helps my clients. I can say that because I'm taking them through this process of coming up with their niche and their offer and their messaging, but also through the process of attracting and connecting with their ideal clients through that, and there's all the tools and resources to help them do it. It's not like they get to the end of this program and they've got their niche and their offer, but okay, no clients yet, what do we do next? I'm running those two things in parallel so they can do all of that within 8 weeks. So lots of things I can talk to as to why this framework my clients achieve their ideal result. And then, as I said, obviously this is something that you are going to create, but then continue to refine and develop as you run your business. And it allows you to see which parts of that framework might be working best, what bits might need tweaking, where you can add different things in, where you can take things out. But it gives you that amazing starting point to start working with your clients in a really streamlined, effective, and exciting way. You want this framework to be something that excites you, that when you've come up with it and created it, suddenly you're thinking, oh my God, this is amazing. I cannot wait to take my clients through this process, because you can see how powerful it's going to be for them. And it does really give you that confidence in what you're doing and when you're talking about what you do. So not only does it help your clients, but it really helps you as well. It helps you to have that belief in your business, to help have that excitement and motivation about your business. And I think it's a misconception that creating structure and frameworks in your business is going to make it feel restrictive or make it feel less creative. I think it actually does the opposite. It gives you excitement to have created this unique process and how you're going to use it in your business in really creative ways. Okay, so some key things that you should consider when you're creating your framework. You want to make sure that it's client-centric, so that you're putting your client at the forefront of this process. In saying that, you're also developing something that works for you and aligns to the way you want your business to run, aligns to the way that you want to coach, the schedule you want to work, the amount of contact you want to have with people, all that kind of stuff. My life first approach is all about that, putting yourself at the forefront. Make sure that the framework that you create aligns with your ideal client's pain points and desires and the outcomes they're looking for, the support that they want and need, but also at the forefront of that, the way that you want to work, a way of facilitating this transformation for your clients that suits your lifestyle, that suits your life obligations, that gives you the balance you need. So always put those two things in tangent when you're creating your offers, your frameworks, your content strategies, your marketing strategies. It's what works for your client, but also what works for you. Don't overcomplicate it. So you want it to be simple and easy to understand, and for clients to see how it can facilitate this transformation without it looking overcomplicated and daunting and difficult to navigate. That's just going to put people off. So try and simplify it where you can. And then see it as a framework that there's flexibility within that. So you've set out these steps. You've said that, these are the things that we're going to work through as we work together. Whether that has a particular order or whether that order can change according to each client is up to you. And you're allowing room for flexibility within those steps so that you can adapt it to the needs of each of your clients. And include steps that you've tested yourself, you've tested with clients, that you know work based on your expertise, your training, your experiences. And consider all those things when you're creating your framework. Okay, and then how to use your framework in your marketing and your sales. So as I've spoken to, you can use your framework to clearly explain your approach, whether that's within your website copy, in your social media posts, in your marketing materials, when you're doing videos and workshops. So for instance, for me, I can say in my program, Your Life First Business Launch, we work through my ACEs framework, which is going to help you to attract your ideal clients through your niche, connect with your ideal clients through a really potent message, enlighten your clients with your framework and showing them your offer, and then selling to them with a really authentic selling strategy. It's 8 weeks, it's 4 steps. You're going to work on each of those steps for 2 weeks. And at the end of those 8 weeks, you're going to be ready to sign your first 5 clients and make your first 5 figures in income. And what you can also do then is when you're asking for testimonials from clients or you're creating case studies of your existing clients, you can make sure that you're talking to how this framework has worked for them, how it's facilitated the transformation. You can ask them to describe, how did the framework help you to have this transformation, to achieve this result? And again, that's going to bring much more relevancy and potency to your testimonials and your case studies because it's backing up why this framework works. And then most powerful is using this in your sales conversation. So when you're having a discovery call with someone, you're starting that discovery call, making it all about them, asking them about their situation, asking them to tell you what they're experiencing, what they're really wanting to change, and making it all about them at the beginning. And then you can move into how you can help them. And you can do that by talking them through this framework. It's part of the enlightenment step of my ACEs framework, is enlighten your potential clients as to why this is their solution, as to how they can have this transformation that they've been desiring but maybe believing they can't achieve, and talk to how this framework or how this method, this approach that you've created will help them do that. So it's a really powerful tool in your discovery calls, in your webinars, in your masterclasses, to enlighten your clients as to this new solution of how it is going to take them from point A to point B, and how each of those steps in your framework addresses their pain points, and the benefits of each of those steps, what it will give them, the skills it will teach them, the transformation that they'll get from each of those steps. And this helps to turn your sales process into a value-driven discussion, a value-driven conversation, not just a pitch. So I hope that's given you some really useful starting points to help you develop your method, your approach, your framework, and that you can see how this is such an amazing tool to have in your business, and an amazing resource for you as a coach, an amazing resource for your clients, and how it helps in multiple ways in your business, from your marketing to your sales to your actual coaching and working with your clients to getting feedback and closing that loop and doing it all again. Is such a useful tool in your business. So I encourage you to reflect on your unique approach, think about what you bring into your coaching, what steps you think help your clients the most, what you think is a methodical approach to take with your clients, and where you can bring in your unique perspectives and expertise and things to really create something unique and amazing for your clients. And obviously going into this in more depth and working it through with me one-on-one is a big part of my Life First Business launch program. If you're interested in that, you want to book a discovery call to have a conversation with me, and I can talk you through that process in more detail, and we can do a bit of troubleshooting in your business and see where you need to focus your efforts to see the changes that you want and get from where you are now to where you want to be, which is signing your dream clients and having a really clear process to know how to do that and how to fill your coaching spots whenever you need to. So if you want to chat about that, just book a discovery call with me. It's a half-an-hour call and we can go from there. So I'll include the link in the show notes if you want to book in a conversation with me, and I'll chat to you next week. Take care.